I have some news. Good news, bad news kind of situation.
Yeah.
Good news. The people, you know how my people were so determined to take on Ferelden?
Yeah.
They're not anymore, kind of. We have a week to stop that, and they won't fight. It's, you know...
How? Okay, so you
try again.
You went in and out of the sea. You found Cersei. You fixed the Avar problem and ended up on a giant ship.
I mean, if you want to say
I feel
it
like
that,
you've done a lot more than anyone else.
it was quite scary, and I really missed all of you, and it was hard doing it alone. But I found my mother and Ari, and with their help and everybody else's, I was able to talk the Avar down, at least for a week, until we can solve this problem. After that, they will listen to me wholeheartedly.
When she finishes saying all that, you guys suddenly notice up on the masts, because you were too busy listening to her story, up on the masts, like perched on the I guess the beams of wood, are all of these eagles. And they're all looking down on you, looking down in your direction. All of these eagles. It's kind of creepy, actually.
Birds make me uncomfortable.
They'll be quite powerful allies. That also takes into bad news. My brother, my brother's body, who's been possessed, is still in Avar, still doing all that. And, I mean, it would be great if we didn't destroy his body so that we could get my brother's soul back in it. But I understand. I mean, technically, he did do this all for, you know, we could help Hallie, and it's not his fault, you know, that he got pushed out of his body.
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah. That. I've been doing something, and I'm gonna have to ask Kark something out of character in a minute.
Okay.
I'll message you on Roll20.
We should be having this talk inside.
Yes, please, inside.
Well, we're not alone. I didn't even look.
Yeah, right now you're up above. You're up on the top deck.
Right.
Let's get a ceiling and 4 walls around us. I'll feel a little better.
Well, everyone here is trustworthy. But okay.
It's not a matter of trust.
Alright. I think I know my way around this ship. I'll take you to a very private, spacious room.
Thank you.
Oh, can
Yeah?
Can we go to the... I don't mean to... But can we go to the place where Liam used to chill? Because it's really big.
Aww.
But I don't want to. I mean...
Did you say the answer was yes, Hark?
I have to look at the... I'm sorry, I have to look at the question real quick. No, because he was ordered to destroy it, is the answer. He was ordered to destroy it.
I do have the diary, and it talks about her.
Yes.
Okay.
But because, yeah, so I don't think he would have kept it in the journal, or if he did, he would have destroyed it.
Okay.
Also, I have a question for all of you, as we're making our way down to wherever. Have any of you seen Connor or Hugh? Or...
No.
Only enough to know that they got away.
You know that for sure.
I saw them. I saw Hugh had a contraption on his back.
A backpack. If you remember the backpack.
Do you remember he painted it before we... When we all got sucked into the Fade, he ran and he jumped and he took Sir Calthrian and Connor, and they all jumped together off the cliff, and then that backpack parachuted out and he floated down to ground. So I know he got off of the island. I don't know anything more than that.
Maybe they'll be at the White Spire. I think they know to regroup there.
Alright. At least they got off the island. I was worried.
Of course.
Okay.
Cedric, when you go down into the Tempest Stream, you might feel a little uncomfortable in this spot, which is where Liam hung out back in the day.
Can I just fangirl for a second? I saw this ship in season 1, and now we're in it. And I'm so happy.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh.
I had to fangirl. We're in this ship.
You're okay. Go ahead.
Cedric, are you alright?
Just uncomfortable memories.
I can't imagine what that might be like. So, Mavroth.
Hi.
Mavroth. What do we even do?
We have your brother, Violetta. Would you be willing to stay with us throughout this? If your answer is no, I would not blame you at all.
She looks towards Cedric and Andrea's position, and she says, considering everything that's happened, I can't see myself abandoning all of you. Of course not. She says, bring it on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stick him back in me.
I beg your pardon?
Stick him back in me.
Mothra.
Yeah.
I think
I've dealt with him.
Why would we do that? Why
I'm
would we
sorry.
do that rather than putting him inside a stone or something? Like, or why would we?
Because if you can rip him out of her brother's body, you can put him in mine.
If I could rip him out of her brother's body, I could put him in a stone.
Granted.
And that way he's
I've already
not in.
I've already put a soul in a stone once. I can do that so long as I have a stone.
The trick there is that he's not in anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
And then nobody's possessed. That would be better, I think.
It would be better.
And easier.
Would it be?
Yeah. I've never put one in a body before. I can put one in a stone. I've done that.
That's essentially what the resurrection process was, and that took months to perfect.
Yeah. And it's not really perfected yet. It's
The last time,
Go ahead.
the last time we tried to put him in a stone, he didn't go into the stone.
Right.
Well, to be
What's
fair,
the
he
difference?
was the soul wasn't there. He had already possessed Eric at that point, and the soul was Eric, and I put Eric's soul in a stone.
Thank
Right.
you for that.
But I did succeed in that, and your brother is safe-ish.
If we get our bracers back.
Yeah, if we get our braces back.
There's also, I mean, Hallie, if you take him on into yourself, I mean,
Then we
wouldn't he
have
the ability to use your bracer too? You could set
only
the sail on
if
fire.
I'm wearing my bracer.
Hallie,
Plus, if we find a way to, I don't know, incapacitate me, surround me, find a way to ensure that he has no chance of escaping once in a new host, get rid of that host. That way, you know, out of everyone in the world, there are 5 souls we know for a fact are cursed or blessed to be reborn, and that's us.
Hallie, 2 things. 1, put away your frowny voice.
You can't.
2, what makes this option better than putting him in a stone?
The thing that makes it better than putting him in a stone is that when he's in a stone, it's suddenly a question of, do we just flat out destroy him? Do we make sure he never has a chance to find his next self? This is a man who fell into a deep corruption because he loved his wife, and then he got jealous of his wife, and he betrayed his wife, and then didn't want to die. This being has never died. This being has never passed. I
know what you feel morally, Hallie. I do. I understand it. But right now, our thoughts have to be on existence. And not just his existence, but everyone's existence.
Exactly.
If he wins,
yes,
existence is over. The Fade will run into this world, and that's it.
The Fade is over.
I suggest we defeat him in the Fade, so we know that he's gone, like forever gone.
Razakael says, "Why can we not just destroy the spirit, destroy the soul?"
That's what I suggest. I say we go directly to the Fade and kill him there.
That way we know if it was your family member who you just destroyed.
Are you threatening existence? Because I would do it myself. I would. I love you, and you know that, but I'm pretty cold when it comes to that sort of thing. And yes. I would do it myself.
I agree with Pretty.
I just want to say that, again, we're all friends here, and I don't think anyone wants this to escalate, so if we could just, wave brownie.
I don't think anyone was getting mad at each other, but sure.
No, yes, I'm doing this in advance. It's this new thing I'm trying.
I'm just saying there are a lot of people in this world, and
yes, there are.
Those people matter more than the one that's trying to destroy it.
I agree.
They do. We are in agreement on that.
And this is the easiest way to ensure that it stops. And I know it's difficult, and I know you don't want to hear it, but it is the easiest way to make sure it stops. And we might not be strong enough to do it this way, let alone the harder ways.
I feel like if Mathrath hurts anyone else, that's on our head. That's our fault. If we allow him to possess anyone, and he hurts more people.
That is why I suggested making sure he dies this time instead of... We are not going to ever agree on this. We've had too many conversations, and we all know that I find the very idea of destroying a soul abhorrent and unforgivable.
So why put them in your body? Why put it in your body, Queen? You clearly very powerful. Why not put it in weak body?
Because that body, like I said, there are 5 of us who know that we'll be back. And unfortunately, none of us are weak.
We don't.
Because our souls are Penta'Viv guardians. If our body is inhabited by a different soul, then it may not apply.
When he was already sharing me, you know, that entire very uncomfortable going...
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
I was still me. He had not... I was not an empty shell. And I'm still not. Which means...
You were unwilling then.
Sure.
You would be willing this time to let him take over you.
I don't know enough about how that works. Is there a difference?
There's a big difference
between willing host and willing cage?
Yes.
Is there?
There's a large difference. Yes.
Wonderful, because I will be a living cage.
If you accept them in, you will sort of maintain yourself. However, you are willingly allowing a being that may possess more willpower than you into you, giving it a better chance to take over you. However, you probably won't become the gross, disgusting thing that Trina became, and instead you will still look like you, but you will not be just you anymore.
Long enough for, say, a Templar to complete his vow, or for somebody very close to fulfill a promise that they made.
As we've already learned from this adventure, killing the body doesn't kill the soul.
Good. That's good.
So we're just giving him another platform to inhabit.
I'm not going to give him another vessel that allows him out of the Fade. That's...
Then you would just...
If you give him... By giving him a body, you are giving him a platform to come into our world. We can't have that. He can't be here physically.
He's already physically in this world. My point is we trap him inside.
You can't. It would be so difficult. More difficult than anything else that we're talking about. Trapping a soul. He will convert into a demon, which he hasn't yet, but he will eventually convert into a demon. Which
Unless
will be worse, and he'll be more powerful.
Immediately into the Fade, right?
Which he might also become a demon because of how corrupted he is. He's been corrupting for hundreds of years.
This is true.
Very likely he will become some form of very powerful demon and continue to spend the rest of existence trying to do this again and again and again until eventually he succeeds.
Do you know that every soul who passes into the Fade becomes a spirit or a demon?
They could. There is a possibility. That they don't. Not every single one, but they could. Every single person who dies could be, aside from the dwarves. They can't.
It's alright, dear.
I know absolutely nothing about this, which is really annoying for the plot.
What say you, Aravarian princess?
I don't like Mavras at all. He just tried to send my people into annihilation by telling them, convincing them that they can take on Ferelden. No, I want to send him to the void. I want to destroy every fiber of his ever being. Not to mention, Hallie, I mean, are we under the assumption that you could even if it was an instant, like let's say, okay, we put him in you, he's grown so much more powerful than last time you had him in your body. Who are we to even say that we have that instant moment to kill you? I mean, he could become so much stronger, and exactly that risk right there. That is why we cannot take the risk. We don't know, and so we have to default into complete and utter destruction. The risk is too great of we losing you, he becoming a demon, or
you
whatever.
Lose me, I come back in a generation not remembering a damn thing.
Unless the world is gone by then.
Exactly. The risk is too great, Hallie. It's too much. I know you want to do good, and I admire that, but we have too many fates tied into what we're about to decide, and I'm sorry. I'm voting for complete and utter annihilation.
And can I just say that he was never actually in your body? He was in the necklace on your chest, and he did take control of you, and he did control you, and he wasn't even in you yet. He was on your necklace. If he's actually in you, I love you, Halisare. I do not think you have the willpower to hold him back. I just don't. Oh no, we killed Hark.
How do you like it? No.
To answer your initial question, Hallie, she says, it's yes, I can possibly put his soul in you, but as the others pointed out, it is the more difficult option. One that I don't know if it will actually work. You saw that happened the last time. Eric and I tried to expunge the soul from you, and that was the easier task to do.
Right.
And Eric's an expert, and even he messed that part up, because he blew himself out, too.
Right. Wasn't that a gem that we were lucky that didn't get magically destroyed because somebody decided to speak up for it?
Hey, so good on you. Doesn't change the fact that he still has to die.
Yeah.
I mean, now we know for sure, yes, it's Mafras. And I thank you, I do, for stopping us because it was my brother. And we didn't check and we were foolish. But this time we know it's Mafras. Without a doubt.
I think I checked, I just wasn't really that good at checking.
We don't know that. We don't know.
Even if we wanted to do that, she says, it sounds, from what I have heard, that your original encounter with Eric/Mafarath, you were almost helpless. He seemed to have been able to single-handedly take away all of your bracers and was able to immediately put you into a rift back to the Fade. So if we are even going to entertain any of these options, we still have to figure out how we can even get close enough to him to do anything. What is going to stop him from sending you all back into the Fade again, or worse?
Nothing.
True.
Nothing. There's right now he's proven himself stronger than us in lots of ways.
So the
we
only
have
way
to find a way to be smart around him.
Yes, the only way that we can have any hope of beating him is if we somehow gather some reconnaissance information. I think that will allow us to actually come up with some viable options. More concrete options than the what-ifs.
I've got some very perceptive friends hanging on top of the ship. They could fly in and give us a layout, see what's going on.
They can probably give us a layout, but I think the other thing that we will need is somebody to be able to do a bit more scanning or spying. I think that whatever is going on up on that floating continent or whatever requires a mage's touch, if you will. Maybe a mage's eye, perhaps?
I mean, I don't... Oh, can you speak a little more layman's? Because my head's not working right now.
I have a feeling that whatever we end up finding there might require a special tool to gather the information that we need to beat him.
Like an Eye of Andraste.
Yes, exactly. The question is, how would we manage to be able to do that?
I don't know. All I can think of is maybe finding one of the mirrors and using the eye on that, and hopefully it'll show us our braces. Other than that, I don't know, because it connects magical artifacts with other magical artifacts that are connected to it, right? That's how it works.
Exactly.
So, other than that, I don't know. We can try. I was trying to give it back to Lealdin back in New Denerim. I guess good thing that we failed in that.
If we all survive, he can get it back.
Well, no, I mean, like, I was on my way over, and then there was a green flash in the sky, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go! Totally forgot to give it back. I guess that's a good thing. Blessings.
Well, gives you an excuse to see him again, so...
In that moment, Andrea, you felt that you could still do some good with it.
It was more of an accident, but sure, I'll pretend that I had some foresight.
Well,
So
just my
how-
suggestion. I don't know how we could get any of the mages close enough to do any scanning with the Eye of Andraste, but if we can't, then we're pretty much going into this completely blind.
Wait, do we still have Hugh's paintings?
I do.
Halaster will say yes. In fact, I don't know if Halaster says anything about Hugh's paintings, but...
Yeah, she was about to say, I still have the painting. It was actually how I found
Your way out.
the oven.
And how
It
you
doubles
found
as a compass.
Yes.
Oh!
I mean, if anyone has a trick up their sleeve, Hugh would know how, right? I mean,
And they might still be over there.
maybe
They might.
maybe it's telling them that, you know, they're alive, or directions to them. Have we checked?
Not recently, not since meeting back up with you. She will then pull out the map.
Could you sketch a white spire on it, perhaps, so they'll know where to go?
I can try, but
Just a little tower, maybe. Just
If it's a cunning based sketch, I think there might be a secret artist.
But we could do something like that. Maybe they'll know to come to us. As for that area is like part fade, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So can't my spirit just kind of cruise around out there? I mean, she was with us for a long time.
You believe she
Just
could.
cruising around.
You believe she could. Can your spirit use the Eye of Andraste?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Oh, damn.
Well, she could do recon,
Yeah,
but she could maybe
That's
do
still
recon.
something. I mean, recon
could.
is still valuable. It gives us a place to hit.
And she would do it because it's our purpose. So.
Yep, she would do it. She can do it.
But the eye would be really useful. I think we should try the eye on a mirror. I think that's a good idea, and then we'll just see if it works at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Till then, we're on a flying ship.
Yeah, is anything happening on the flying ship before you arrive to the White Spire?
I'm sorry, did we see
Yeah.
anything with the paintings? With Hugh's paintings?
Right.
Did you roll to calligraphy? I think is it a calligraphy?
It is?
I believe
You're
it's
gonna
calligraphy.
freak out.
Theo.
Does Theo want to try to draw the White
Do
Spire?
it, Theo, do it.
I want to do a calligraphy check.
I mean, I guess you could also just chuck a Hue grenade at it. It'll probably paint the White Spire on it, but
No.
I was born to do this.
Do it.
go ahead.
Sorry, is it cunning or dex? I can't remember.
For calligraphy, I would think it's Dex. I would think for calligraphy.
Dex or cunning? I can't. Oh my goodness! I don't have my focus sheet with me.
Cunning, cartography, dexterity, calligraphy.
Yeah, I would have thought. That was dexterity. Go ahead,
Okay.
draw. I can't imagine a tower would be that difficult to draw, but go ahead. It's a tower. Yes.
Well,
oh,
if you
yeah.
roll a bunch of ones, it could be something other than a tower. Just ask the Little Mermaid.
You draw a tower on the painting, and then after a few minutes, you see the images of three people like standing next to the tower, plus a bear.
What?
They're there. They're at the right spire, guys.
Good.
Good.
Live.
That should account for everyone, then, Violetta says.
Connor, you, Esbjörn, Owlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're alive. Oh.
Violetta, where are your people?
I left them just outside of the Fade bubble. Razakale went further with me.
All right. And Old Tangerine?
Old Tangerine is with them.
Okay, good. She gives a side look to Theo, like, now.
Violetta, can I speak to you for a moment?
Sure, of course.
Okay, he'll just like motion away.
What can I do for you, dear?
Right. Well, he's going to motion away from the group. Violetta, I have something to ask you.
I hope this doesn't involve Darkspawn spit.
Also, I cannot control my token either,
Yeah.
but she probably would have hung around unless otherwise motioned to leave.
Right. So
Oh, there I go.
now
Yeah, there we go.
there you go.
All right, so yeah, she'll linger here,
Sorry.
but yeah, she won't approach further.
Okay, now we're good.
Yay!
Go ahead.
Okay, so he said, Violetta, I have something to ask you. He is going to get down on one knee. And he is going to pull out a long, thin frame covered in cloth. Will you let me shoot you with this arrow?
What?
Violetta kind of looked at you a very strange look, but then the gears start turning. Like, she has a very confused look on her face, and the gears start turning, and then she picks up the container or whatever you had in it, and then she is it like a cloth? Is it over a cloth?
It's a cloth. It was covered in cloth, yes.
You pull off the cloth, and there is this shiny arrow, like clearly an artifact to make, clearly very, very masterwork crafted arrow. And Violetta's eyes light up, and she says, "Well, by the Maker, I'll be. Theoben Salni, you are so full of surprises," she says with a big giant smile. "Yes," she says, "yes, I think that will be quite pleasing to me, yes," she says with a script.
Good. So, you just...
I hope that Halaser is alright with this.
I think he understands. He gives her a wink.
Alright then, she says. She will fall back, take a deep breath, and then she will, like, raise out her arms. Ready when you are, dear. Roll an attack roll. Please don't roll like Kimberly. Otherwise, this could go very badly. Very badly for you.
Okay. I was feeling confident.
Do an aimed shot. Do an aimed shot. Shoot her leg. Shoot her leg. Like, aim for the leg.
Aim. Yeah.
Yeah, aim for the leg.
So.
Actually, in order for this to work, you have to aim for the heart.
You have to aim for the heart.
Yeah, it's like a Cupid's arrow. You gotta shoot it through the
You
heart.
have to shoot into the heart, otherwise, yeah. So you do have to be accurate. You can't just...
He's going to deep breath. He's going to aim. And with faith in his heart.
Oh, nice! Very nice. The arrow sails through the air. Now, as it sails through the air, it gives off like a trail of magical energy as it releases, and it's sort of like a silvery like essence of magical energy as it, if you're watching it in slow motion, cuts through the air, and then it gets closer and closer to Violetta's chest, and you can see the arrow impale itself right through her heart, and Violetta gives a big gasp. And the oddest thing is, it doesn't sound like it's a gasp of pain. It feels more like a gasp of release, like she took one big giant gulp of air after, again, being submerged underwater. And her entire body, for a brief moment, gets lifted up into the air, and she gets encircled with, again, more of this silvery magical energy, until finally there's a big there's a snapping sound, and the silver energy dissipates. As soon as that is done, the arrow actually removes itself from her chest. It removes itself by itself, and then drops to the floor with a clang. And then Violetta just grabs her chest, and she breathes really hard. Oh goodness. And she's like holding herself by the side of the stalls, where a few of the horses are like giving her a very odd look. Like, what's her problem?
Yeah. Hallie has closed to make sure that Violetta can stand and that she's okay.
How do you feel?
I feel like everything has meaning again. I feel like food can bring back its taste, and music it's back its sweetness. And she begins to sort of quote almost the exact same things that Kenna was saying when she was telling Andrea the story about who lost their heart? Who lost their heart?
The Mountain Father. He took his heart.
The Mountain Father. Yes. She starts saying that everything everything around her suddenly, just as the colors, they're a lot more vibrant again. I can't even tell you what this feels like. Theoben, I could just kiss you, she says.
Right here.
She will go over to you, and she'll wrap your arms, and she will give you a kiss right here, very close to the mouth. Not quite at the mouth, very close to the mouth. Very, very close. Not quite there.
Anytime.
Thank you. That was an incredible burden off of my shoulders. Thank you.
You earned it.
What can I do to repay you? She asks. Hallie, did you have something to do with this as well?
Neither of us had much to do with it, but let us say that this is one of two promises happily fulfilled.
Well, let's just say that I owe you both, then. She turns around and she walks over and she bends over and she picks up the arrow that's on the floor, and she looks at it with very great concern.
We are supposed to return that.
Yes. Who shot you in the first place?
I never really found out. Obviously, he was trying to do it stealthily, so I didn't really get a very good look at him. I think it was a him. All I remember is that he was wearing burgundy.
Burgundy.
But this, she says, waving the arrow, is extremely dangerous.
So we've learned.
If you say that you know how to destroy them?
I don't have that knowledge, but...
I don't think we didn't, did we, Harklate? We didn't learn that.
No.
Destroying artifacts is very hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we know the keeper of that arrow.
Yes, we know where it should go.
Well, if that's the case, if you believe that this will not fall on the wrong hands, I can trust you with it. Just keep them both away from me.
In time, we will need to replace both arrows and a corresponding artifact.
So where did you find them? Where did you find this?
With old Tangerine's daughter, or granddaughter, excuse me.
Lithia Ashala, you found her.
Yeah.
Or she found us.
Curious. Very curious.
But
Yes.
as for the artifacts and everything we learned, that is best spoken of when we're back with the group.
Yes.
Very well. She looks at one last look at the arrow of hate, and then she hands it to you. Take it. I have no use for it now that I am cured. Hopefully nobody else will be cursed by such a thing, and we don't have to worry about undoing it.
Right. Welcome back.
It's good to be back, dears. Now then. We have a lot to do. So,
Yes.
anything else? I'm sorry, anything else before we get to this White Spire?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric wants to go up to the captain's quarters.
Sure.
That's the captain's quarters, right?
Correct. Are you
Yeah.
gonna knock, I'm assuming? You're not just gonna walk?
Yeah. He's gonna.
I'm having trouble finding Maelstrom's image right now, so I'm just gonna have to give a alternate icon at the moment for the time
That's okay.
being. We'll say this is her for the time being.
Okay.
You knock on the door, and the captain will open it. Yes, Sir Templar. May I help you?
What time of day is it? Or
It's still in the middle of the day. I would say it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon. This is gonna sound very bizarre, but
If I could get a piece of, she said, if I could get a silver piece for every time somebody's told me that.
good. If you're used to the bizarre, maybe this won't be too crazy of a thing for me to ask.
My first mate is a fiery magma golem, and we are currently on a flying ship.
Fair enough. I've been on this ship before.
Oh?
You
That's
might know.
unusual. I would have remembered if such a thing, if that were true.
Maybe you remember the name Liam Renaud.
Yes, I do remember that name.
Yes. Well, a lot of stuff happened since he swan dived right over there.
He was a hero.
Yes. He was. I am Liam. I was resurrected.
Huh. I've heard rumors that such a thing was going on, but I never thought that any of that would actually be true.
Let alone that one would be knocking on your door. Someone that you knew.
She leans against the frame of the door again, and she folds her arms. Well, I don't see why anyone would benefit from making up such a thing. So let's say I believe you. And if that is true, welcome back.
Thank you. Can't say it was my choice to be back, but I'm here and I've got duties to attend to. But oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I'm actually, if that is also true, then I'm kind of surprised that you willingly made your way up here again.
Sometimes you just have to take one for the team. It wasn't my first choice to come up here. But now that I am, I think it's time that I face my decision head on. Do you mind if I come in?
She looks a little bit confused by that request, and then she asks, "Why?"
I just want to revisit the place where I made that sacrifice.
Understood. Yes, perhaps facing it would be hopefully give you some closure. I understand that. All right, come on in.
Thank you for your understanding.
She will open the door wider, and she will take you over to this spot. This is where Connor fell out of the hole. You know, the young man turned out to be quite a formidable gentleman. I've had the pleasure of seeing him a few times as he grew up.
Funny thing, I've actually met him, and I've traveled with him, actually. Funny how fate works out.
Yes. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised by that. He looked up to you. Hopefully he still does.
Hopefully. At that, Cedric will kind of run his hand over where the hole was, and then kneel and close his eyes and just he'll mutter the chant under his breath, and he'd probably do that for a few minutes. He wouldn't spend too long in there because it's not really his room. And he would get up after he was finished, look at Captain Maelstrom and bow and say, I thank you for this opportunity. It's not every day that you get to see where it all went down.
She gives you a nod and says, I can definitely respect a fallen warrior's desire to revisit some old wounds. I definitely have had my fair share as well.
Nonetheless, thank you again. And again, he will bow and leave.
Okay. Is anything going on with Kenna or Andrea in the meantime?
I'm going to hug Aunt Kenna so tight as soon as y'all leave us.
Oh, it feels so good. Oh.
I missed you so much.
Raziel comes in for a hug, and he lifts both of you two in the air.
Oh.
Effortlessly.
Everybody's so strong.
I'm not. but she's going to hug you so tight. She's going to say, I miss you so much.
We should celebrate with some tea, she says, looking at Kenna.
No,
tea.
I don't.
Oh, tea!
No.
Oh, okay.
I've had enough of Kenna's tea, thank you.
I might still have a little bit of that alien, like that, what was it called? Wrinkle? No, it wasn't Wrinkle. Was
They
it?
didn't let you take the wrinkle.
Yeah. Darn it. Well, I still have a little bit left.
No, we didn't do that. That wasn't real. That's just... Andrea has accepted that it was all fake.
Okay.
Yeah, Cedric got his sword for somewhere else. Shush. It didn't happen.
I'm glad you're okay, Andrea.
I'm
Both
glad
of you.
we got to. Something happened before while we were apart. I wanted to tell you about it.
Okay.
I I came across Aaron Cobb. He's Mech's boyfriend who sold me into slavery.
Oh, yeah. Did you kill him? You did?
I didn't. And I thought I would, and then I didn't. And it was very strange to not kill him. It was hard not to kill him. And by all rights, he deserved to die.
Aye.
He's a Grey Warden now. And he's...
What?
Yep. And he serves the Black King, who was not impressed with his treatment of me, I will say.
I don't think Black King really likes him either.
Nah.
But he's more used as tool more than anything else.
He is a tool.
It seems like he knows that's true anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think he minds.
Did he even apologize? What did he say to you? I mean, what made you stay your hand?
He started to. I didn't really care to listen to him, especially when he was like, well, you lived like royalty, so I kind of gave you, yeah.
Did you even punch him? Just a little bit.
I saw Cedric talk to him. I thought that might end in a punch, but I don't think it did.
Well, that surprises me.
Me too. No, I didn't because of something you said. And I thought you should know. You've kind of given me leeway to open my heart again, and Cobb and what he did to me was from before, and I kind of wanted to move past it. And since I've met you people, I've become a better person, and I want to be a better person, and I deserve better than killing Cobb.
Oh, Andrea. I feel so bad telling you that I was upset. You didn't kill him. Oh. I'm so proud of you. And I'm happy for you. And I know that's like moving past your past. Moving forward. Whatever. I'm glad. It's not easy to do.
No, it was really hard, especially with him like 2 feet away from me. But I did it. I didn't kill him.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So that's a thing. And I think I'm actually ready to move on romantically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Care to mention any names?
I think everyone who knows me knows. Rozzy certainly knows.
Is it true? Is it true, Pretty? Rozzy says, and she wraps her arm around you.
You've seen me holding his hand for like weeks. She's like, but.
She says, Rozzy says, shh, just let me enjoy this just for a little longer. She says that she holds on to.
Rozzy knew.
Thank you, she says. I appreciate it, Pretty. She says that she holds you tighter.
Okay, dear.
Okay. Then she lets go and she says, okay, we're good now.
Okay.
Got that out of my system.
You're too funny. You should... I adore you.
She says, well, when I see Owlette and Loquisha, it make me think there might be someone out there.
I think there is, Rozzy. We'll find you someone yet.
Out of character, for those of you who are auditioning for season 3, Maybe.
You better be good enough. I won't let anyone listening great date Rosie.
Maybe. All right. Back in character.
I'm still going crazy. I'm so happy.
But,
Okay.
Yeah, something. Yeah, nothing happened. But yeah,
I mean,
you're getting all giggly. Stop it.
I can't help
Razi
it.
leans in and says, "Front of ship is very romantic.
Yes, it is.
Up on front of ship, let the
Have you
hair
guys-
go through your hair."
I do have nice hair. Just, either way, that
Because, I mean, did you just hold hands? I mean,
Yeah.
is that it?
yeah, that's it. Nothing.
Andrea, we could
Very-
die. You
Very
need-
tame.
No, alright. This is unacceptable. Look,
Unacceptable. I just decided that I was ready to have
know.
romantic feelings for someone again, and your instant reaction is, it's not acceptable to just hold hands.
I mean, have you told him? Is this just like, I mean, does he know how much you mean to each other? No, you're not ready for that yet?
No.
Are you sure? Because I'm kind of agreeing with Rosa Kale, front of the ship in the winds, and I mean, he could take his armor off and we could circle back. And I mean,
I'm so embarrassed right now.
no. Like, I just know we don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that's a reason to do anything. I'm just saying if there's anything that you need to say, you should say it. Even if it scares you. And I'm not saying you need to do anything, don't worry, but don't leave anything unspoken. Especially with what we're about to do. I mean, we could all die, and that would be such a regret not to have said something when you had the chance. But you don't have to do anything you don't want. I'm just, you know.
I know the importance of speaking and not remaining silent, is all I will say.
Well, I mean, if you think the front of the ship could be really romantic and a good place, let's get my bag open and make sure the perfume's not destroyed. And let's look through some things and you can help pretty me up. Kenna?
I've got beads! I've got beads! I've got
Oh,
beads
God.
somewhere.
Oh God, yep, alright, this is gonna happen. You are horrible. You're a bad friend.
Okay. Okay. What happens?
Oh God. Kenna,
Yes.
what do I say? Just I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Is that why we go to the front of the ship so we can hurl over the side and no one will know?
She's gonna take her hand. Andrea, you are strong and you are beautiful and you are amazing and I look up to you so much. You have so much courage to take on the world. You can do this. Just be honest
Okay.
and that's all you have to do. There's no
Okay.
pressure for anything else.
And Razika, if he break your heart,
I've got you. I've got you.
just give signal.
Just give
You
signal.
break your heart, just give signal.
Okay.
Do you
Okay,
want me
it's
to
good to
get
know
him?
that I can have him killed afterwards.
Do you want me to get him to the front of the ship?
Eh.
Or do you want to meet him?
He used to dying on this ship.
Oh, that's probably too
Love
soon. Fuzzy.
Razi laughs. She doesn't care if it's inappropriate. She laughs at it. She doesn't care.
I love that about her, though. So.
She doesn't care. She has no.
That was
She has
harsh,
no
man. That was...
She has no manners.
Sure.
All right, you go to the front of the ship. Find
Okay.
the right light. Let the wind hit you just right.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's all going to be okay.
Okay.
This part is the hardest, I know. You can do it.
Are you sure it's necessary? Just
honestly, yes. I mean, if we went tomorrow and something were to happen to one of you, and I mean,
we can wait till you're all over it.
Andrea, you can do this.
This is scarier than Mafarath. I'm just saying. All right, I'll do it. I go up to the front of the ship and I find the light.
I'll go find Cedric.
Okay.
That's
so. You go up to the front of the ship. Now, Vic right now is there and he's taking a smoke break at the moment.
Do you mind if I'm smoke kind of thing?
Yes. And I guess when Andrea passes by, he'll say, it's the sun, the sun is set, so the moon is starting to come up. And he says, "Hey, Toots, what's going on?"
Toots.
I'm sorry. He says, "I'm really bad with names. Took me forever to remember Archer's name for the longest time."
Not too much. Hello, I am Andrea. You are Vic.
My name is Vic. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure.
Nice night out. You wouldn't have guessed that the world's coming to an end.
That is true. It's very pretty.
I see that you found the best part of the ship. I sometimes spend my time over there, letting my head clear. Although I have to say, I haven't really seen much of anyone making their way in front of that ship since... Oh, I see. Well, I think I'll be turning in just for the time being. I think I'll probably be back within 30 minutes, an hour, something along those lines. We'll see you around, Andrea.
It was good to meet you, Vic.
We will leave. Meanwhile, what is Kenna doing? And I don't know where Cedric is at this moment.
Oh, I was looking for Cedric to go get him the front of the ship. That's it.
Where would Cedric be hiding when he's not hanging out in the captain's bedroom?
We can say that he was just getting like a late meal or something. So
you're in the mess hall.
Yeah.
Archer plops down something in front of you. It's a meatloaf kind of looking thing. And today, it actually is pretty good.
Oh, no roll?
Pretty good. It's no, not since he made it. Not since he got his tongue. He actually has been cooking pretty well since he got his tongue. And it's mutton. It's like mutton loaf with a really nice gravy and some chopped onions.
Ooh.
Oh no! Not onions.
Well, if you want, Kenna can get over there before he takes his first bite.
No.
Yeah. So Kenna will go there and like just stop him, take the spoon, and just start shoving it all in her mouth.
This is to save you.
It's so good.
Okay.
Sorry, I was so hungry. Look,
it's fine. I can go get more.
No, you don't have time for that. You. Oh, fast. Well, there goes. Okay. Look, I need you. I don't need you. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Is everything okay?
Could you? It's all great. It's fantastic. Could you? You need to go to the front of the ship. No. But your hair is sort of doing that weird thing that it does. I'm just gonna sort of like mama like put the spit on her hands and I'm like almost.
What? Why do I need to go to the front of the ship?
Like, Andrea wants to talk to you.
Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should go to the front of the ship.
Maybe you should. Although, okay, no, you smell fine. You can go.
Thank you.
Here for you.
Okay, so Cedric is going to skip his meal for the time being. And I guess make your way up to the front of the ship.